So today I'm going to be talking to y'all about Cisco's WebEx. And what is it? Cisco is a company that mostly deals with like IT and all the stuff that basically we're learning about. And WebEx is one of their branched off companies. What it does is it connects clients to each other, and it allows for video conferencing, screen sharing, file sharing, team conferencing. Up to 400 people can actually be on one conference call at the same time. And this is a little bit different than the normal conference calls from, 19 whatevers. It's a little different because you can actually see each other, and it has a lot of cool features, and they actually have added some of these products to the Cisco line in order to help aid with the WebEx. So this is how it works. So as you can see, on my webpage, I can see the meeting info and the meeting number, and I can go ahead and start the meeting if I wanted to. Right now, Shannon, who is my mom, she's the host. So because I do not pay for a WebEx membership, she can still have a meeting with me. She switched me to be the presenter now so that I can share my screen, and we can switch off sharing screens as well. And so now what she's seeing is whatever is on my screen. And you can see this is how you add your meeting number, and then you just have to put in your name and your email address as well. There's also a whiteboard part, so that way you can draw things if you need to. One of the cool things that they have is they actually have a whiteboard that they sell that connects to the computer, so you can draw stuff like a regular whiteboard. There's also a video conferencing part. So right now we don't have the audio hooked up, so she can't hear me, but she's actually in Switzerland right now, and it's about 11:30 at night, so she must really love me. But we can connect with each other. I can send her a message. I'm asking if I need to speak French, since she is in Switzerland and they do speak French there. And then I can go back. I can exit out of the chat. I can see her in the video still. I can raise my hand, and that's the little hand button next to the video. And then as you can see, I can also share whatever device I have plugged in. So my iPhone's plugged in right now, and so I can share that screen with her as well. And I can draw on that, and I can show her whatever I want to show her. I just have it on my calendar just to be safe. And then I can stop sharing, go back, and you can see that all these different things are things that you can share. Right now I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going back to the Cisco webpage, and I'm just showing how the different aspects of this. So you can share files, you can add people in, you can bring back up the chat and the video onto the screen sharing page just so you can see what they're seeing, and you can go ahead and annotate things on your screen as well. It's a little bit harder to point at things when people can't see what you're pointing at. And so that's pretty much all I needed from her. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Now, is it secure? A lot of information is spread across a lot of information is spread across. Is it secure? So a lot of information is transferred back and forth with this product, and it is secure. It does have end-to-end encryption, and it does have secure searches. So say you're searching for a file that you had in a meeting with, say, somebody in Switzerland, and they sent you a file. The company my mom works for does a lot of medical information, so they do send a lot of medical files across to each other, and so it allows for you to search securely. And it also allows the host, so whoever is hosting the meeting, to lock the controls, so they can tell what the participants are doing, and they can tell you like what not to do as well. So in summary, I feel like WebEx saves a lot of time and money. Like in our case study that dealt with the stadium and them putting in the point of sale system. So say somebody went there to train, and then they come back 2 weeks later and everything's fine. And then say a month down the road, something goes wrong and they really can't figure out what it is. Well, they can just WebEx each other and they can figure out what it is. They can show them exactly the problem, and then I can actually take control of somebody else's screen as well. So that's really nice. So I can figure out the problem myself instead of having to fly there, spend the money, and work on it face to face if it's just a simple problem that maybe it's really hard to understand over the phone or over email. And it's also a really easy to use interface. It took me about 2 minutes to learn. I also think it's really cool. I'm going to show y'all their website, what they have. So this is what I was talking about. So the WebEx meetings was just the one that I showed you with my mom. And then the WebEx Teams, that's where you can add up to 400 people into one meeting, which would be kind of crazy for me, but that's a lot of what's happening today just because a lot of people are working from home. And then Cisco WebEx calling is actually their Cisco calling, their telephone line and everything, but it has a camera, kind of like a cell phone, but it's still a landline. And then you can actually do some of your meetings from there and have your computer open. That way you're not using the camera on your computer, you're using the one on your phone. And then the WebEx devices, those are for the offices and stuff like that. So that's one of the boards that they have, and you can still see people, and then there's a camera up there, and then there's the whiteboard and the part that you can drag the files and stuff. And so it's really kind of cool. It's kind of like a hyped up smart board, but just like super intelligent. I really like it, and I think it's really great, and I hope you guys all liked it as well.